Hello, good evening, and welcome. Welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself on the panel this evening as a one and only Bridgeman and the up and coming legend that is Stardog.
How you doing, guys?
Very good, pal. Can I just say a big good evening to you two guys in the panel? Huge good evening to the boys in the lobby and to all the Rangers fans listening in all over the world. Good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio.
And I'm sure JFK will be with us shortly. I think he's self-medicating, is a term I would use, Bridge.
Self-medicating, right enough, isn't it?
He's good at it, mate. He's good at judging these measures with JFK, mate.
He is indeed. But I think he's struggling a wee bit with his knee as well, and so it could be ending it all.
Alter boy knees, that injury, mate.
Alter boy knees. You're a shocker to him, by the way, I have to say. A shocker to him.
If you knew the amount of times he clicked my ear, mate, you would be...
I can imagine, by the way, I can imagine.
And that's me being polite. How you, Stardog?
I'm doing fine, mate. I'm doing fine. Looking forward to the game tomorrow. Is it tomorrow? One more sleep, as Bridge would say. One more sleep, as Bridge would say.
Bridge would even get a nap in. It's an early kick-off.
It's an early kick-off for sure. I hear the weather's to be good for us, so we've got a really, really tough challenge ahead of us tomorrow, mate. But I'm sure our team's up for it. I'm sure.
Leveler. And I don't mean that kind of win, but winning a football part's it's no great, But listen, we've got to go there and win the game. It's an important game for us. It's the Scottish Cup, Bridge.
Yes, indeed. Biggest game of the season. I can't help saying it, but I'll say it again. Huge. If we want to do anything at all in our game, we have to win that. We have to go there, stand up for it, and get tore right into them. That's what we need, eh? And big game. Big game.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think it's one of the games where we just can't take any prisoners. We fell a wee bit behind in the league. Obviously, we lost the cup final. Europe would be a hell of an ask, mate, for us to go out and win a trophy and that. So, I'm not saying put all your eggs in the one basket here because we're still in the league, in my opinion, mate. But we've got to be taking this competition really, really seriously because for me, mate, 2 years in, 6 trophies, you would expect Steven Gerrard to have won one of them, mate. So it's important, I think, for the fans, for the club, that he wins a trophy this year.
I think it's important we get to the final, mate, and then you can take it from there. I mean, let's be honest, we done. The way we played in that cup final, we did deserve to win. We were the best team. We were mugged, but that's football.
Yeah, that's football.
And also, I'll use a term that Bridgeman uses. When you look at it, we were actually cheated because there was 3 of them offside for the goal, You
better believe it. We're still getting cheated. Even when they're not playing, we're getting cheated.
And what you're looking to with that statement, mate? You've got something there you get off your chest.
Look at it.
It sounds like it, Locks, doesn't it?
A 5-match ban for our 2 coaches. Yeah, and Hibs. One of the things was against Hibs, and their coach got nothing. No even a warning. Our coach got a 5-match ban.
Do you know something, Bridge? I know it's nothing, and people might have different thoughts. I quite liked when I seen the passion at the bench showed. What about you, Stardog?
Love it, mate. Love it. Wouldn't have it any other way. I would not have it any other way. I think, they get involved quite a lot, mate, but we've seen other coaches getting involved with all staff members as well. I don't know what that was all about during the week with one of Hibs' assistant, what he was saying to Steven Gerrard and things like that. But listen, emotions run high in football games sometimes, mate, and sometimes if you don't get the rub of the green or a decision doesn't go your way, folks' tempers start getting heated in the bench, things get said. Really, mate, it's all just handbags at dawn for me. It's not anything serious, do you know what I mean? But it's just passion, mate. They moan when we don't have passion in the game, and then they moan when there's passion in the game, so you can't win.
I don't think it's handbags. I think it's a lot more serious than that. And it happened again last night with the Hibs.
They're never going to get into fisticuffs on the line, Bridge. There's only so far these guys are going to take it. It's just words, mate. It's just words.
Yeah, but I remember Bridge said to one guy on the park, "Sorry about that old chap."
Yes. After the 4th time. No, but I mean this sincerely. The venom that comes out of them towards Rangers is incredible. Incredible. Everything you see on the park, all these nasty things that happen in the park, all the wee tricks, all the dirty wee tricks to come away with, and the referees let them off with it. the exact same thing. That's the coaches telling them to do that. The coaches are no wee white angels, by the way. They know.
But the way I see it
I
is,
think
right?
the boys at the side of the park, it's heat of the moment stuff, as Stardust says, mate. I get you.
Yeah.
I get your thing about the tactics where they say, right, you have a couple of digs with them, and then let Stardust have a couple of digs at them, then we'll let JFK have a couple of digs at them.
Yeah.
You know?
So can I ask you a question? Perry is then. Okay, I'm wrong. What on earth did our coaches do to get a 5-game ban? A 5-game ban?
Without seeing the reports, Bridge, and look, I don't care if they sit in the stand, it's no big deal. But without seeing what the report and who said, allegedly, who said what and who started it, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. Stardust.
I'll 100% agree with you, mate. I mean, Walter Smith used to sit up in the stand in all firm games. He used to just come down if something was no gone right. Do you know what I mean?
I'm talking about.
Right, but see, before you go any further, but see the positive thing for me is, see if it is the way you're saying it is, which I'm not saying it isn't. I just don't like talking about it as much. We still won that game, mate. Does that not make you feel better that all these challenges are getting put in our right and we're still coming away with 3 points? Because that's a positive for me, not a negative.
Of course I like it. Of course. I'm trying to say to you, when two people go head to head on the touchline and they're shouting and ball at each other, they may not get into fights, but there's a bit of venom in the voice, and the referee goes over and sends the two of them off the park. Fine. Okay. They're going to get so they go, the two of them got before the beaks, and one guy gets 5-game ban, the other guy gets nothing. Come on. What does that tell you?
You'd need to see the report, Bridge.
I know. I'm trying. What do you think's happened? To give one person, one guy in one team, a 5-game ban, and the other guy, both of them sent off for the same thing, in all probability. I just don't understand it.
Just be guessing, though. If you would just be guessing what's on the report. Like, we don't have the report in front of us, so we don't actually know what's been said or what's actually happened. You know, something might have happened when he went down the tunnel. He might have still been kicking off when he went down the tunnel. We just don't know. We don't know.
I understand that.
Affects us on the park, though, Bridge. Do you know what I mean? It's not something that affects your team. It shouldn't affect your team losing an assistant coach, mate. It really shouldn't.
I'm not worried about losing the assistant coach, I'm trying to say. I agree with you. And I agree with both of you. They could sit up in the stand for me as well, as long as we're being treated equally. That's all I want. The same. If two guys go up and they're going to get the same punishment, then the same punishment it is. So what the implication is that our coach has been a real bad boy to get a 5-game ban. That's all I'm saying. And yet the two of them get sent off in the same game.
CC's told me to tell you Kennedy's a grass.
Kennedy's a grass. I love it. That's a good one. Oh boy.
I hope CC's alright, mate. He's going through a wee hard time.
I hope he comes through it, pal. I hope he gets through it alright.
A bit of procedure, mate, you know, and I hope everyone's alright for him. One of the best Rangers supporters I've ever had the privilege to meet, and I've met a few games, you know.
He's got
lovely wee guy.
On. Yeah, hope you get better soon, CC.
A lovely wee guy. Pity he comes to well, you know, Barrel. It's a pity that, you know. Bad place.
Anyway, JFK's joined us. He must have sorted out all his passions and pills and potions, and I don't know how he does it, but it works for him. JFK.
Oh yeah. I'm alright, Oxshire. How's you and Bridgeman Stardog tonight?
I'm glad you're back, Jimmy. I'm getting a doon after day too.
I've been listening, mate. Quite rightly so, I know. I'm going to give you a doon and all.
Oh, God almighty.
No. No, see, the thing with Michael Beale and the Blue Call show and that, look, is Oxshire said, we don't know the exact circumstances yet, but it's not the be-all and end-all. No, it was players that were getting banned for fight.
JFK, there's a caller coming in. We'll come back to you. Evening, caller.
Hello.
Hello, mate. How you doing? What's your name?
Graham Mitchell. Fell in Lithgow Oil again.
How are we doing, Graham?
Aye, no bad. It's just what you're talking about, all this refereeing, but what actually harmed, I know what harmed at Parkhead, but the Hibs game, for example, midweek, when Morelos, that was a ridiculous challenge. Go away with it. It just seems everybody's against us now.
I get that. There's a wee bit of siege mentality. I'll put you onto our morale expert, Bridgeman.
Yeah, I think but that's what the boy was saying. He was listening to me talking about that crap there. But I think I'm trying to remember now because just when he said the boy said the Celtic game, John Kennedy, maybe that's what he was pulled up for, and he get the 5-game ban for that one. So I might be totally out of order there. I was thinking it was the Hibs game at Easter Road when both the coaches get sent off, one from either side.
Oh, I never actually
Graham,
seen that.
can you do us a favour, mate? Can you turn Love Island off in the background, mate?
Love Island.
I've actually
Love
been
Island.
for telly, pal.
What's that?
I didn't actually watch Love Island. If I was watching Love Island, I'd be watching Ibrox.
I think your telly was coming through a second ago.
Is that better?
I hope so, mate. I hope so.
I
Anyway,
know
Graham.
all this SFA against Rangers. It's getting diabolical now. It's like they didn't want us there. Ken, what I mean?
I can only give you my opinion, Graham, and it's
It's an opinion show. That's why I phoned up.
Aye.
But it seems every bad decision goes against Rangers.
We've had a lot of bad decisions on the park. I'm not worried about this with the coaches. I'm not going to lose any sleep.
No, I'm not worried about the coaches, like. Yeah. But it seems to be like, see what Lee Griffiths done last week. If that had been Alfredo Morelos, he'd have been shot.
I'm going to tell you another thing. See if Morelos would have done what Hadji done when they scored the goal, he'd have got booked on Wednesday night.
Oh, aye, for a celebration. Aye, definitely. It's just unreal.
Hey, Graham, can I just say, I was just about to say just a second ago, apologies to everybody because I think my mind's starting to come clear. It was definitely the Celtic game. That's what you get the 5-game ban for. It's coming back to me because CC said that Kennedy's a grass. Definitely something happened between the coach and Kennedy. And Kennedy
must have happened up the tunnel then.
Well, no, something happened just before he went up the tunnel, and he got sent off.
Come back and had a go, didn't he?
Something like that, yeah. So,
all right.
Apologies to everybody. My mind wasn't right.
Well, I'm glad, Graham.
Kennedy was raging because we won.
Aye, you're right, mate. But I'm glad our coaches are showing a bit of passion for their team.
Oh, aye, definitely.
You know, but I get your point about the refereeing, mate. I would struggle to argue that some of the decisions we've seen.
Wally Madden should be sacked after that. That was a joke.
When the boy mounted him and he ran down the wing.
Aye.
The boy mounted him, aye.
Aye. That was a rugby
It was
tackle.
indeed, it was, aye, absolutely.
It was terrible. But they got away with it because it's against Rangers.
I'm going to tell you something, Graham. When I was watching it, I just started laughing because I thought it was so bizarre.
Aye, because you can't know what's going to happen, eh?
Aye.
Because it's against
minimum,
Rangers.
it was a yellow card. JFK.
I think we're getting Marcel too much consumed about what's happening with the referees and that. No, I know we've all got our opinions on it. But, I'm more concerned about what's happening on the park, and I'll let the others that deal with. I think we can beat this to death. All I want to talk about tonight is about my team playing against Hamilton Accies in the Scottish Cup tomorrow, and let the powers that be sort it out. I think I've had my say on it the last few. Let them do what they've got to do. I mean, but look, I'm a great believer, mate, that ifs, buts, and maybes, and wherefores and whys. I don't live my life like that, and we can't keep comparing. If that had been Alfredo Morelos, they'd been off. Look, we all know that, but it wasn't Alfredo Morelos. So we just need to go on with it. Like Ox here said, sit and watching that the other night, and I put it. I've seen tackles like that in the WWE wrestling and that, and that's what it looked like to me. So, but my Friday night for me the night is about talking about and hopefully picking the team
the famous
to win tomorrow. So let the authorities look. We know that everybody's against us, mate. They say no one likes us, we don't care, and it's still the same. But we'll let the powers that be today. We know they're always going to be against us, but we need to be on our guard at all times. And,
that'll change, eh?
Well, we're hoping it will change, mate. We're all hoping that it changes soon, but we're not holding our breath on that one.
What's your thoughts
Aye.
on the boy Hadji, Graham? Just changing the subject totally.
I love him. Just before he scored, he had a great chance. I've seen his videos on the internet. Some of the goals he scored, he's going to be dynamite.
Have you seen some of Fox's videos on the internet?
No.
Well, they're worth a look.
No, thank you. I'll stick to Rangers on the internet, thank
Oh,
you.
these are totally blue.
Oh no, I'll be there. No, thank you. Right, anyway, guys, I'll let you get
Right,
going.
Graham. Cheers.
Right, we are the people, man.
We definitely are, mate. Definitely are. Cheers.
Right, thank you
Well
very
played,
much.
Graham. Keep it
Thank
going
you.
for the Rangers, Graham. Keep it going for
We
the
are-
Rangers.
We are the people.
JFK,
Bye-bye.
come back to you there, mate. I think you're right, mate, but I can understand how people are getting a bit,
Graham's right there. You know, and I think I put myself there well. I didn't want to be sounding as if I wasn't interested in his
but
comments.
but people are getting browned off.
Of course we are. You know, you said it there. No, I mean, although some people say it's no comical, but it was comical what happened there on Wednesday night. You know, to see a linesman and a referee standing so far away as like very close for that incident with Alfredo and the guy Stevenson was laughable. You know, and I do go along with the fact is, if it had been run the other way and if it had been Alfredo wanting to do a bit of wrestling, then Alfredo would have get booked and possibly sent off. I can see that 100%, mate. You know, and it is a topic that should be talked about. But I didn't mean any hangman to Graham.
No.
Think the night talk about the Scottish Cup. And I can see 100% where he's coming from. And he put a great point.
You're in a similar mindset to me. Bridge has got a different attitude to the whole thing, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. It's just that people see it slightly different. But what I can say is, for somebody who tries not to get involved with referees, I can understand how people are feeling frustrated with some of the bizarre decisions we're witnessing.
Absolutely.
Anyway, we've been joined by Willie. Evening, Willie.
Hi, how you doing?
How do you Willie?
It's about Bucharest. I don't know if it's the owner or somebody, David, the owner, reckons that Hadji could be worth 100 million in a couple of years' time. I don't know if you've seen that or not. I know it's
I read the
ridiculous,
article,
but in the same token, if he does keep going the way he looks as if he could keep going, looking at the way his father was a player, so who's to say? I know it's a bit pie in the sky, really, but in the same token, we've got him. He's at Ibrox, as Old Bear says. If you give him the games and he performs and he doesn't get booted up in the air, as Bridgman says, and I could see Bridgman's point the other night about taking a risk playing him against Hibs, but I think the boy's clever. I think he's clever enough to be able to avoid tackles and clever enough to know, to stay out the road.
Here's a question for you, Willie, right? Taking your point on board, would we have gained Messi game time?
Well, I mean, look at it. Look, the other mob are going on about Henrik Larsson this, Henrik Larsson that, and they're trying to compare Edward, right? Now, what everybody forgets, they paid £9 million for Edward. So he should be a half-decent centre forward and he should have a bit of class. But I don't think he's any better or anywhere maybe as clever as hitting the ball as Alfredo can hit it.
Alfredo Morelos is a better
centre
than Edward, mate. He's a better centre.
But he paid £9 million for him last year. He should be.
But we've got the better one, mate.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And plus, he's learning all the time, and playing with better players. Ironically, it's just that they're not sure how to do. But they go on and on about him as if he's the world's greatest striker. They paid £9 million for him.
Just don't read the
pages.
We
paid less than $1 million for Alfredo.
Don't read them. You'll not get upset.
No, it's just. I just like listening to their comments. I don't get involved. I'm the same as Solberg. I couldn't care less about them, and I'm not biased. I don't care who beats them. I'll tell you. But at the end of the day, as long as we keep winning, as long as we keep winning and putting that ball in the back of the net, as long as it's not going to get ruled offside, nobody's going to stop us, Oxford. It's up to us, and if we don't get the kick in the backside that we should have got up in Pittodrie, as I said a few weeks ago, and the fact that we're no playing without Jack's definitely making the difference. Even the fact that he wasn't 100%, but he was still on the park, and he was still doing a job. But that boy's going to light the place up.
Park, we've dropped 5 points because it was a draw at Tynecastle when he went off. It was nothing each at half time, wasn't it?
Well, we should have seen the game out. I mean, you could argue if Kent scores the first one and the other one that Defoe balloons out of the bar, but that was his first and only chance because they weren't putting balls to his feet. Aye. They put a brilliant ball into his feet one time against St Mirren and bang, it's in the back of the net. If you play the way the boy plays, then we're going to do the damage. And I think that win in Wednesday is going to G us up. It's got to.
I hope you're right, mate. I hope you're right. Stardog sitting there patiently, mate.
Oh, we're an awful annoyed bunch tonight, and I'm excited about the football tomorrow.
Here.
I'm excited about this game tomorrow. This is a chance to get into the quarter final and get another semi final, and who knows after that the final, and hopefully a trophy at the end of it. Ken, there's good things happening at the club and all. I like the players' attitude. When everybody's talking about we're getting kicked off the park and that, the players just seem to get up and on with it. So I think the Rangers fans should take example for that, and we should do the same because we get 3 points for that game the other night, and we should just keep the smile on our faces and just keep going and supporting the players because they deserve the support, mate. If it is the way people are saying it is on the park.
That's a great point made by the youngest on the panel. Well, pretty close to myself, but the youngest on the panel, right?
The comedians are on the telly, Oxford.
Having a great attitude. Your team don't roll, they don't dive, they play the game in the right spirit, Bridgeman.
Yes, and
they don't react and get angry either, Ox.
No, they play with the head and over the heart, mate.
Well, indeed they do. They're a good bunch of lads that play for the Rangers. But don't get us wrong. They're still there to be pool and take their yellow cards when it comes. But the things I complain about are obvious. Willie was saying there, we need to keep putting the ball in the net. But if you continuously get fouled, like that WWE tackle on Morelos, and everybody's laughing. I know it's funny, and you watch it, you say, surely didn't this a yellow card at least, maybe a red card. The guy hardly even gets spoken to. No minute else. And 2 minutes later, he takes that young lad Hadji out of the game, outside the box. That's it. He got booked in. That should have been his second yellow card and off the park. These are the things that beat Rangers. What?
Who scored the winning goal for us?
Hadji, look. You're missing my point.
He's getting on with
You're missing my point.
You're
missing my point.
I'm not missing the point.
You are missing my point. You're talking as long as we keep scoring. I'm saying, fortunately, the young lad scored a beezer. But when Morelos had the ball, he's hit that boy in toast, and the guy jumps in his back. Didn't he stand in front of him? He jumped on his back. And these are the decisions that make things. You give that boy a yellow card, and he does the same tackle again. He's off the park. And it makes life easier for us, deservedly so, because that's the way we were playing. I want Rangers to win more than anybody else in the world, I would imagine. But my goodness gracious, there's got to be a level playing field at some point. There's got to be a level playing field by the way the referee were game. And that's fine. I want to score goals. And as I watch my team maybe miss 4 or 5 really good chances, unfortunately past the post, goalkeeper had a couple of good saves. That's what good football's about, and I love that. And I love it when we win. But for goodness sake, all this nonsense. 3 games in a row, we get some dreadful decisions. Absolutely shocking decisions. Like,
see the 5 points for Bridge. I don't think the referees had a lot of influence in them. We were just awful in a game and a half, mate.
Mm-hmm. I'm not disputing that. All I'm saying is I'm looking for a bit of level playing field in their decisions. The referee makes the decisions, and then we go on with the game, and we see where that takes us. If that means that somebody gets sent off, somebody gets sent off. That's all I'm saying.
That changes a game. It can change a game. It can change a game. But JFK, we do play with an attitude that comes for the manager. Sorry, Stardog, you come, son.
I was just going to say, mate, I think, we could all sit here and we know it's there for everybody to see, and nobody's disagreeing with Bridgeman, but we could talk about this subject until we're blue in the face. It's been, it's gone, it's happened. It's the next game now, mate, and we just need to look forward, because we can't keep looking back all the time. We're a club that's trying to move forward, so we just need to move forward, mate. We can't change these stupid decisions that's happening to us. It's there to see. It is laughable, because it's not that terrible, but we can't change it, mate. Do you know what I mean? We can't do anything about it.
Seriously, I don't know if I was alone, but I did laugh.
I was the same.
Aye, the Hibs one. I was like, what is he all about? And I thought, he's going to get a yellow card. That was bizarre. He never. JFK, I'll go back to my point. We play with an attitude, I think it comes from the manager and the coaching staff. We try and play the game in the right manner. Eh?
Oh, definitely. You can see that every week. I mean, the way we play at times is absolutely wonderful, Obviously, the last few games haven't been what we've been used to, especially with the games against the puddle drinkers and that. But look, I mean, I can see where Bridgeman's coming for, but I don't want to get myself all tied up in that. I think it takes away for the enjoyment of watching Rangers.
That's your Saturday night entertainment, isn't it?
Aye. Tied up, of course it is, mate. Aye. I'll polish the mirror for you next time you're up, mate. I've got some window in there.
It's one of the best I've ever seen above a bed, mate. Brilliant.
What about the KY? You going to bring that with you, aye?
No.
Anyway, what you're saying is, Hunter, look, I can see Bridges' point of view. It does get exasperating when they see the referees' decisions against us, but I think we've got to look at the bigger picture here and let the as I kept saying before, let the others that's supposed to deal with these
deal with it. Huh?
Deal with it.
We welcome the chase.
Of course we do. Well, what we've got to do is we've got to hope that Rangers hierarchy can go and argue their point, because without quoting them across air, look what they're doing now with Sky. They're right in there into the jugular. They're keeping themselves in the limelight, and they're the club that's have got the high ground, the moral high ground. They're doing all the right things. We should be doing that. We should be following their lead in that. And I know that might sound bad to a lot of fans that we should be following their lead, but they're there all the time. They're in the media's face. You couldn't
read in their net with a poker, Jimmy.
No, but they're in
the... How do we know the brother trainer is actually compiling some kind of dossier? I mean, he sorted out that Michael Stewart. He got popped off the air the other day for his comments. But you can guarantee Mr. Trainer hasn't just sat back and let him get away with it.
That's to me, that's a pebble in the ocean. It's nothing. I mean, the guy Michael Stewart hasn't got any. No, it's all right saying that the guy's lost his job, and quite rightly so, because we all know what he is. But what I'm talking about is that you see Lywell in there again, and he's making a lot of moves to get different things sorted for Celtic's benefit, right? I don't see Rangers doing much. I don't care if Jim Trainer's making up any dossiers. I want to see Rangers being proactive. And if there's something that's not right, listen to us on here tonight. Surely these guys, if they don't listen to us, then what's the use, as you say? They've got to be proactive and go and do what they're doing across the water. They're at the media all the time.
I think you've got to pick your right battles, mate, and I think they've got a different reason for their battles than us.
Of course they
have.
Anyway, we've been joined by
they're absolutely terrified.
Ambassador, Mr. Big Al. Evening, Big Al. Morning to your good self.
Big Al.
Come off of mute, big man. Do we make that coffee?
Barista.
You're on the toilet again.
Hello,
right, big man.
Hello, gentlemen. Aye, sorry.
Sorry,
I was on the toilet making a coffee there. I have to agree with Bridge.
How's the feather? What shade is he?
Well, the lobster's he's pink. He's starting to go pink. It's flooding here, man. So he's wondering where the sun's gone. It's flooding. Flooding. The roads are all shut. Still 25 degrees, but the rain's not falling where it should be. Where they need it to fall. Anyway, back to the rain.
That part of the world, mate. You've had some few months later.
Aye, it's been pretty bad. But I'll tell you one thing: the Aussies got on with. They guys, the SES and the Rural Fire Service, they're one hell of a bunch of men and women. I'll tell you that they don't care. They get in there and they help people. So I'd like to say a big thank you to all they guys.
Yeah,
Keep
mate,
the roads
yeah,
open.
Here, mate.
Deal with the fires, and there is a certain resilience that the Australians have, and I think that's a bit of the Britishness in them. So anyway, onwards and upwards. I have to agree here with Bridgeman. I think you'll know if you'll check back. I've never been one for this conspiracy theory, and I still am the one for conspiracy theory.
I don't think Bridge has neither,
but
mate.
No, I don't think. But the more you see it,
even though he doesn't think the man was on the moon.
Surely not. The man wears walking boots. He must have seen a man on the moon. Look, it's got to the point. These are all saying we didn't want to discuss it. Why do we not want to discuss it? Because I think we're all scunnered with it. There is a point.
Do you know why? Do you know why we don't want to discuss it? Because with 25 years of listening to them saying they never lost a game, they were always cheated.
But we're not saying that. We're not saying that. We're not saying that. But he's talking there, gym trainer building a dossier. I seen all that with your man Michael Stewart. That was a personal attack on him. It was very. I watched the interview and I heard the thing on YouTube and all that. That was a personal attack on Jim Traynor. Jim Traynor came out like a bulldog and got it sorted. I'll tell you one thing, he's never done that for Rangers, I don't think. He can build all the dossiers he wants.
He done it last year.
He has to release the dossier.
Morelos, didn't he?
Well, with that sit-down interview. Aye. Really, was that as much attack dog as we can get? Is it? I mean,
the trouble is
like
we never know what's...
A collie, we're wanting a Rottweiler or a...
The real people who do a job like that, you don't even hear what they say, do you?
That's correct. That's what I'm saying. It's why he's Jim Traynor coming out. He's an employee of the Rangers Football Club. We need somebody with a bit of backbone who's actually a board member or who officially wears the tie and the badge of the club. I'm not saying the manager. We've got Stuart Robertson that seems... I've been saying this for a couple of years now, and at the point where we were coming back to where we are now, we needed a proper leader, somebody that's in the forefront of it, who's not scared to take a bit of criticism, who will stand up for us, because it has got to the point that we're pig sick of it. All we want is a level playing field. I've never asked for anything other than that, and I don't think any yous have, and I don't think any other Rangers fan would ask for it. Other clubs ask, they want more than they're expected to get. All we want is what's in the rule books. That's as simple as that. All we're asking for, we didn't write the rules, somebody else wrote the rules, we're trying to adhere to the rules, so please provide the proper rules and get your employees, SFA, SPFL, to adhere to their rules. We never wrote it, but it's getting to the point now that I feel as if we have to make a stand. When will this stand be made? There is nothing. Morelos has been. You've got the puddle drinkers coming out and saying the translation is some sky. I read all that as well. There is undeniably videos online at the moment. I can go and Google it right now.
Aye, you can find them in 2 minutes, mate.
And I can find it. So how are they even allowed to come out and say that he's not been racially abused? There's a guy. He's in his Lamborghini in Glasgow City Centre, and the boy racially and the sectarian to him. How that's not a Partick Thistle fan. That's not, even if he was a Rangers fan saying that to him, that is still sectarian and racial abuse. So when is this stand going to be taken? If Jim Traynor can't do it, the club has to get somebody in that's willing to stand up and fight on our behalf. Because I'll tell you, if somebody stands up and fights on our behalf, he's got every single Rangers fan has got his back. But until that happens, unfortunately, we are going to get scalped and scalped and scalped.
Can I come in there?
Parahandy, just one thing. Parahandy has made one of the best suggestions I've ever heard on this radio station. Was run a loop when they're doing interviews for the games, the decisions for the week before, the week. Aye. But you know what I mean? Travel rug.
He's actually turned into Uncle Albert, mate.
Mm.
Oh, has he got his swag bag with him, man?
Oh, he's turned into Uncle Albert, mate.
But you know what I'm saying? Do something like that. If they try to fine you, say, well, fine us, but we're going to take it. This is how we're going to react to it. We have to think outside the box here and get some sort of bulldog in place.
Right.
until that happens, we're going to get scalped. Sorry for the rant.
No, I
Sorry
think
for
you've
the
been
rant.
pretty
Can
consistent.
I ask you one? Can I ask you one question, Ox?
Yes,
I know you're all sitting in front of your computers. Could you just Google Glasgow and see what comes up? Just Glasgow, and tell me if it comes up Glasgow Rangers. Just Glasgow.
Right, I'll do it now.
Just
I'll
Glasgow.
do it now while Willie comes in. And you come, Willie.
Right, thank you.
I was going to say, talking about Stuart Robertson. Stuart Robertson had the opportunity, maybe about 18 months ago, or maybe more than that now, maybe a couple of seasons ago, to go into the SFA board, and for whatever reason, he kind of reneged on it. And I know he's kind of on the outskirts, not the way Wywell was. But if you got to remember, they went away and done a negotiation with Sky when we were in the third division. And it wasn't for Celtic's benefit. It was because they knew that all the Rangers fans everywhere wanted to see the Rangers. Do you remember that? He actually went away to Sky in London and done a negotiation because Rangers were in the third division. And we never get any recompense for it. And what you were saying, what Bridge was saying earlier, do you know, it's not that long ago since Stokes manhandled Tavernier at the byline at Ibrox, the very first game when we played the Spoonburners. And I don't even think he gets spoken to. Who was it get sent off, hit him with a throat because he had about 5 or 6 goals that day.
That's the point, and that's the point that Stardog makes, mate. We can't go back after every single refereeing decision that's went against us because you just look like idiots.
No, but that's what I'm saying, Oxtear. Get the ball in the net. Just keep scoring the goals. And it doesn't matter what they do. All right, they're maybe going to put them up in the air or they're going to be bad fouls. Hopefully nobody gets a serious injury. But see, as long as that ball is in the net, nobody's going to stop us winning this 55. We're the only one that's going to stop us.
Big Al?
Yes.
I Google Glasgow, hit Glasgow, and it goes up with people make Glasgow, Glasgow the home of Oxtear.
No. Sorry to digress for the show, but just on the search engine, when you put in Glasgow here in Australia, when you put in Glasgow, it comes up. You know your options to hit. It comes up. The second option's always Glasgow Rangers. Right. It doesn't say Glasgow Puddle Drinkers. Just curiosity.
Is that no maybe just
Glasgow
because you've been on Rangers sites? Oh, no.
No. I always clear my history.
No, that wouldn't come up as his favourites, trust me.
No, that wouldn't come up in my favourites.
Where's the Puddle Drinkers?
Anyway, we've been joined by George. He just got in for Wednesday night's match. How we doing, George?
That's me just down the door, lads. Just down the door.
How you doing, George?
By the way, people have been laughing at you, George. They've just announced a new bridge going in between Partick and Govan so that you can walk across from where you park your motor.
That's what I was thinking today.
Perfect.
That was the first thing I thought today.
Just what I say, Bridge, man, I'm on your side, mate. I'm on your side.
Oh, thank you, George.
We can referee at a different level. So 100%, mate, 100%. And Big Al, we do need a mongrel in midfield. We need a mongrel.
He wants a mongrel and a Rockwell on the boardroom.
We need them.
But George is right. We need one on the park or a couple of them on the park.
Damn tootin'.
We need
a Terry Hurlock or something, or a Sooners.
Aye.
A couple of birds I used to get with, they'd be nice mongrels in the middle of the park.
I tell you what, they frighten me, big man.
Oh, they frighten me too, but once you've got a few bevies in you, she's like Kim Kardashian. You wake up in the morning.
Now you go blind.
You wake up in the morning, man, she's got bigger teas in you. Oh, I'm out of here.
I tell you one thing, Oxtear, there was a few birds and cinders that they done well in that position.
No.
I've never went to bed with an ugly woman, but I woke up with a few.
What's it name? Every one of them an oil painting Stardog.
See when you're on about ugly women, see that thing that supports the Hibs? There's some photos of her in the paper, aren't you?
You wouldn't put the boot in it, Al. You just wouldn't.
I know that's. I'm trying to. I'm just
one or two years have been in enough trouble. Right, Stardog. Right, we're moving on. We're going to start talking about tomorrow's game.
Oxshire. Did I not say the other night there? The rot stops.
You got it right, George. You got it right. But
I did. I knew we'd win.
Have you thought
Apart from McGregor there.
Have you thought about doing a sponsored walk when you're going to the game?
I'm all right, mate. I'm all right.
I'll put a tenner on that.
I couldn't believe when I seen that bridge get in the day GFK. That was the first thing I thought.
You just stole my sentence there. I watched it today and I was having a laugh and I went, George for EK will be happy about that. Park a motor.
It's my son. I'm getting the dairy for it. It's my son.
Park a motor at Morris's and walk here a bridge to Ibrox.
That's perfect for me.
Oh, brilliant.
Anyway, Stardog, do you see many changes tomorrow? What's your thinking on the team before we hear from our manager?
Well, I don't want to say too much, but I've got a wee inclination we might see Greg Stewart tomorrow, mate, so I'm excited about that.
Right.
I don't think we'll see too many changes apart from that, mate, because as I said earlier, it's an important game for us. We need to get into the next round, mate, to give ourselves a chance of winning something this year. So, for me, mate, I'm excited about tomorrow. I can't wait, but no, I don't see there being many changes at all for me.
All right, we might get a hint then, Bridgeman, if we listen to the manager, eh?
I would think so, yeah. Might get a nice wee hint off him.
Get yourself the mute and let's hear from your manager, Stephen Gerrard, MBE.
Yeah, we're looking okay. We're good. We've had no problems from the Hibernian game, so we go in as we were.
I can't tie, but it's trying to win trophy, so do you anticipate making many changes at all, or trying to freshen up?
Listen, if we feel as if it's necessary to freshen it up, we always look to do that, irrespective of the fixture or the competition. If someone's looking tired or we want to change something tactically, we always look into that, but there won't be wholesale changes because it's a cup game. It's a cup we want to try and go all the way in. It's an important game for us, so we'll certainly be picking a strong team.
They were pretty awkward customers when you played them earlier on in the season. Of course, Lewis Smith got put them in the lead. I mean, they've proved that they're pretty good on their own patch, so it's going to be quite a difficult assignment, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. They're very effective on the pitch. They've got a good coach, and they've got players that if you don't defend against them properly, they can hurt you. So we're expecting a tough competition. Every time we've gone there, they've tried to stay in the game for as long as they can. We've had to finish them off late on in the game. Obviously, recently analysing the game they played against Celtic, they were in it for, what was it, with 12-13 minutes to go. So we expect a very tough fixture, but we've got respect for their coach and their players.
You obviously got the result on Wednesday night, and you've talked about some of the reasons why you think maybe the results haven't gone so well since the break. Do you think maybe the teams have changed their approach to you, maybe played a bit more narrow?
Are you talking about a certain team or?
Well, just generally, I mean, the results that have not gone as perhaps the way that you would have wanted since you came back from the break. Do you think that maybe teams are changing their approach to you at all?
I don't think so. I think Hearts were obviously different because they had a new coach and they're probably trying to change their style and their way, but we never turned up at Tynecastle, so that's the reason why we got the result we deserved there. I think Aberdeen didn't change at all. I think certainly at Ibrox they've been very consistent how they play, which is very deep, low block, a lot of men behind the ball, so I don't think teams have changed. You could say Hearts have, but that's probably down to the arrival of the new manager.
Stephen, given what happened in the League Cup final and the situation of the tail race, does this competition have added significance?
No, it'd be significant even if we won the League Cup. This is a club that demands that you give everything you've got for every competition. You can't pick and choose, so that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. We'll be going there in decent shape, certainly on the back of the second half performance against Hibs. That was extremely positive and really close to where we've been for the majority of the season, so hopefully we can take off from there.
You spoke briefly after the game tonight about the pitch at Ibrox. Can you just see if you can expand on that and what you think the problem is with it?
I'll get nothing out of doing that for you. You will, I won't, so I refuse to talk about that. Look, the groundsmen are working tirelessly to try and improve the situation, but I'm someone who always tries to be as honest as I can. I can't protect or defend that pitch because you can see it with your own eyes.
talk about that second half performance against Hibs. What was it about it that you like so much, and going forward you want to see more of?
I think collectively everyone was at it, both in and out of possession. I thought the intensity and energy levels were exactly where I want them. I thought we continued to push, and I think the crowd followed us and come right behind us. And I've watched it back since, and how it felt on the side is how it looked. I thought it was a very positive performance. I think it can show in the stats looking back at it. 15 corners. I think it's the second most crosses we've put in against an opposition. We could have scored at least another 2-3 goals, albeit for a keeper or maybe our individual players not taking the chances at the time. So it was a really strong 45-minute showing, certainly different from the first half.
Is it hard to try and replicate that going into tomorrow's game just because it's so different in terms of atmosphere, pitch, opposition?
Look, I think every environment's different. Certainly when you're going onto AstroTurf, of course it is, but I'll certainly be looking for the same standards across the board, and people really tuned in and doing what we need to do to get the right results.
I think during the January transfer window you were saying that there was still some players at the club that you wanted to see more from. Is that still the case going into the last stages of this season?
Look, I was very pleased with the performance in the second half. I think we've obviously had a bit of a sticky spell of late, and I'm looking for players with character and leadership to play through that, and then try and get us back into the form and the consistency that we had prior to the break. But look, when you've got a squad our size, I think it's normal. Not everyone can be firing on all cylinders, but what I want us to do is set a challenge to certain individuals to come and join us and try and contribute more, because it will be helpful from now to the end of the season.
How pleased have you been with Conor Golson's recent displays? He seems to be somebody who's really grasping that responsibility of trying to drive the team forward.
Yeah, I think Conor's been extremely consistent. I think he's had 1 or 2 games where he probably hasn't been himself, but Conor hasn't missed a training session. I think he's played the most games this season, so he's very robust. He's always there for you. You can trust him. And there's no doubt about it, he makes this team an awful lot stronger and the squad. So, delighted with his form. He needs to continue that till the end of the season, because it certainly gives us the best chance of being successful.
Do you get a sense that he perhaps doesn't get the audits that he deserves in the way that he performs so consistently with the team?
Yeah, it's not something I've looked at. I've not something I've spoke to Conor about. Conor's quite a humble guy. I don't think he plays for plaudits. I think he's someone who still feels a bit frustrated with the amount of football he's missed during his career for obviously health reasons, and also being a squad player at Brighton. So I get the impression every single day Conor's making up for lost time, and at his age he wants to basically enjoy every single day of his career. He's really enjoying being one of the leaders in the team and being one of the important players. He's certainly thriving off that.
When in terms of Giannis, he said not to expect too much from too soon, but I suppose he sort of...
Yeah, he hasn't happened yet, has he? Listen, it was a fantastic finish. I think looking back at the game, you can see him coming to terms with the physicality up here in Scotland and getting used to the speed and the pace in the first half, but he grew and grew as the game went on. What I was impressed the most about him is, even when we were 1-0 down, even at 1-1 and the crowd was a little bit edgy, he had the bravery and the character to go and receive in any situation, and it was him that was pushing to be the difference. And I asked that of him and some other individuals at half time, and I certainly got the response I was after. But I'm sure people are going to get carried away now because he scored a winner on his first start, but he still will take time to adapt to all the different venues and environments and teams we come up against, but he's certainly a talent.
You see, a couple of dunce at times through the first half especially. Do you think that's going to be the thing he's going to have to adjust to most here, is the way, the physical style, I suppose, the way the game's allowed to sort of go?
I think it will be slightly different to the league that he's played in. I think the Belgium league is slightly more technical, if you like, and less aggressive than Scotland, but it is what it is. You know, he was aware of it before he come. He's actually got a better build than he actually probably looks on the eye. He's a really strong lad, looks after himself really well, so he'll be fine. You know, he kept getting back up, and that's the impressive thing about it, that other people in that situation might have maybe gone missing, but he certainly never. He stood up, rolled his sleeves up and got on with it.
When you do win a game like that as well, with a moment like that, that can really prove to be a catalyst for for all the fans and all the players in the team?
Yeah, I think it's certainly lifted the mood and the feeling around the training ground, and the supporters obviously went away a lot more happy after that game than they did against Aberdeen, and that's what you need to do. Look, every game's not going to be perfect, but it was a time where we had to sort of try and forget some of the outside noise, stick together and play through it, and that's what the team did, certainly in that second half. But we need to go and try and build on that now, because there's an opportunity to get into the quarter-final of the Cup, which again will be another positive result if we manage to do.
Is that what pleases you most, that when you're in a bit of a tricky situation, does that show the sort of mental of the players the most when you can get through in a game like that?
I think you learn more about the players when you go through maybe a patch or a period like that, or you have some of the games that, you know, we've had a lot of games here where you win 2, 3, 4, 5-0 and it's quite comfortable and people come in and contribute, but I'm looking for players that when it's tough and backs against the wall and you're in a difficult moment, that people roll their sleeves up and stand up and be counted. They're the types of players I want to be around.
And any updates on Ryan Jack? Is he close to returning?
He is close, but Hamilton's just a little bit too soon.
Is he expected in training anytime soon?
All being well, there's a possibility he could be in training on Monday, all being well.
How frustrating was it to be missing for those few weeks?
It was obviously we had a good week's training away, and then to get the setback when we came back, it was on my half really disappointing.
It's been one of those really frustrating ones when you've got to be flying from the second half of the season, you break down with a small injury and the team sort of struggles as well. It must be hard to watch on the sideline.
Yeah, it was. Obviously we only had really one number 9 as well, so it was just relying on Jermaine at the time. Well, Fred had been out, so it was an opportunity for myself. So it was obviously disappointing, but I'm back now in good health.
Do you feel like the mood's lifted a wee bit, the pressure perhaps come off a wee bit with the result on Wednesday?
You could see the second half of the response. We showed getting the goal just before half time as well was important, and you can see in the second half performance, and we deserved the win in the end.
You talked about missing out over the last few weeks. You hoping that tomorrow's a chance to sort of make up for lost time if you get the chance?
Every game's an opportunity, and if you get asked to start or come off the bench, it's just there to go and take a opportunity.
You are one of the sort of newer ones of the group, but do you sense that sort of hunger and maybe desperation from the players that, you know, that really want to win a trophy?
No, absolutely. Obviously we had the disappointment in the last final. It just shows in cup games it doesn't matter how you play, it's just all about getting the win, and that's what we'll look to do tomorrow.
Is there an added pressure when it comes to sort of knockout games, or because every game is so big in terms of the title race that it just becomes another game?
There's pressure on you every day at this club, so it's just another game that we need to get through. It's a cup we obviously look to win in the end, so yeah, it's just another challenge for us.
Did it feel like the pressure was running up a wee bit the longer the game against Hibs was going on without the winner coming?
Obviously the fans and the stuff, you can hear stuff, but when you're on the pitch you don't really think about that. It was all about just keeping the intensity up, and as you say, the second half was more like us, and we just hope we can take that second half into tomorrow.
What does it say about the team's character that they were able to push on and get the win?
It shows we've got a bit about us. Obviously we've had a few disappointments since we came back, as you talk about performances and stuff, but it was great to see that reaction after half time.
Well, thanks for that, Foxy boy. Bridgman and then Starbucks.
Well, isn't our manager a standout once again? I just love listening to him. He really talks well. Really talks well. I think, but believe it or not, I didn't think it was very many moronic questions tonight, and I thought the manager handled everything immensely. I never picked up any tidbits. To be honest, maybe I missed them, but I don't think I heard anything that would make me think what team it is, other than the team that finished the other night there would be the team we want to play for Saturday. I would suggest we want to get our strongest team. So that's what I picked up from that. I might be wrong, but that's what I picked up.
Stardog?
Well, I picked up on it, given in previous press conferences gone by, the guy that's sitting next to him is usually playing in the next game, and Greg Stewart was sitting next to him. So I think we're going to see Greg Stewart tomorrow. I think he was talking about freshening things up. I think Greg Stewart definitely gives you that energy, mate. So I hope I'm right with that, because I definitely think he does deserve a start with us. So that's what I picked up on.
So Greg Stewart, is he?
Well, he keep his saying back four. That's the question, Alex.
What's that, mate?
I think he would play. I think he would play in the right, and Hadji would play as the number 10, and Kent in the left. But it's the back four. Will he keep young Jorge in there after his goal midweek? I would.
I think Big George deserves another go. JFK.
Yep.
Definitely. I think the big guy deserves. Big Gorgeous deserves a. I'm taking Jorge away now. It's called Big Gorgeous George.
Gorgeous George.
Gorgeous George. Scored the worldie. Scored the worldie goal. George. No, we've got my name Gorgeous George here, but I'm talking about the Rangers Gorgeous George. I'm looking forward to the game tomorrow, and I'm like Stardog. I'm hoping there's a position there made for Greg Stewart. I know a lot of people say, but the guy that sits beside the manager, the presser, usually gets a game, but it's not always the case. But I think in this case, it will be. Look, Foxy's said many a time in show one. I've heard Albert saying, "Look, strongest team tomorrow." I know it's Hamilton, they're bottom of the league, or just above Hearts. We wouldn't be playing a weekend team if we were playing them in the Premiership. So it's a Scottish Cup, full team tomorrow, no tweaking it. If there's maybe one or two that he thinks it'll maybe do better for him, but none of this 4 or 5 or 6 changes because it's the Scottish Cup. Keep the full team that was there on Wednesday, and maybe a couple of wee tweaks if that's necessary. But for me, it's got to be a full team next year.
Right. You're here, Jimmy.
Willie?
The only thing I'm not looking forward to tomorrow is this weather. The weather's supposed to be stinking for lunchtime. Some storm that's coming in from America. Whether that'll affect that plastic or no, I don't know. I would certainly go with, obviously, Greg Stewart. As I say, I'm a big fan of Greg Stewart. I was a bit disappointed that he was at least on the bench last Saturday, and then obviously was injured. But you saw the difference it made when he came on on Wednesday. You know, he G'd it up, and he's a fighter as well, and he's got a good bit of football. He proved that at Kilmarnock. That Steve Clark gave them a kind of free roll, if you like, and he was scoring goals for fun. As Stardog and that says, I think the boy's just been unlucky. It's a bit like Greg Docherty. He's just not good enough to get in the first 11. You know, and but as I say, coming off the bench, to me, he's definitely an impact player, the way we Novo used to be at the end up, and he can change a game for you. Ojo couldn't change, you know, he couldn't change his jersey as far as I'm concerned. But I know he likes him, you know, but
you watch
he had a calf injury on Wednesday, so hopefully he's still got it.
You watch your language?
I was going to say, right?
Ojo.
Sorry, mate. I do apologise.
I've got a question for you. See what you mentioned about the boy Hadji and getting tackles, and some folk would maybe hide after that. Do you think he was pointing any fingers at a couple of players there?
I'll tell you who was pointing a finger at. I'll tell you now. Ryan Kent.
Do you think so?
Without a doubt.
Never.
Big Al, in you come. Big Al, he's never been slow at pointing the finger.
Aye, Kent's a wee bit soft for me. Stuart's a Scottish man. I know where he comes from. I know a few folk that know Stuart. I take Stuart in for the very start, man. I would have had him in. I would have played him more, but for whatever reason, the manager doesn't deem that fit. The team cannot change for last week. The only change that should be made is we insert Stuart. So I can't, off the top of my head, I can't remember the team. Who we swapping him out for? Big Gorgeous George or Big Gorgeous?
I think it will either be
Jorge
Aribo or Arfield that loses our place.
Oh, Aribo. Right, sorry, there we go.
Aribo or
Aribo's
Arfield,
gone.
It'll be one of the two.
I was thinking Arfield too, but I thought Arfield was sitting that wee bit deeper, looked a wee bit better.
I think it'll be Arfield.
So I think do you think so?
Yeah, I think it'll be Arfield.
I think Arfield's got a bit more fight.
If you're going to swap over Stuart, no, I think I don't think Stuart will get a start, to be honest. But if it's going to be anyone to drop out, I thought Aribo during most of that game I thought he was excellent for us. Excellent.
When he get up playing close to Morelos, mate, he caused them all sorts of problems.
Well, he's brilliant. Brilliant holding up. Oh,
get yourself a mute, and we're going to have a tune.
Go. Let me make my scrambled egg.
Come on, Bridge.
The Glasgow Rangers football team was the greatest team of all. Yes, it's true. Yellows and blue are just magic on the ball. Absolutely brilliant. Well done.
It's a catchy wee number. Everybody likes that one, GFD, didn't they?
Definitely. Brilliant stuff. Excuse me, I'm eating a chocolate eclair.
Oh.
I hate you, by the way. I just hate you.
Fresh cream one.
I'm eating a bottle of
fresh cream or a toffee one?
A toffee one.
That sounds like... Is your teeth alright? Is that who's clacking?
I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you what's clacking, big man. But whatever's clacking, enjoyable.
Right, you shut up. I've been joined by a caller. It might be somebody with a bit of sense. Thank God, Stardugger. Evening, caller.
Hello, good evening, guys. It's Peasy Mac through Lanark.
Have you been on before, mate?
No, I haven't. No, this is the first time. I've listened to you a few times, and there's 2 or 3 things I'd like to have brought up.
All right, mate, on you go, mate. The floor's all yours.
Right, okay. Well, one thing was you talked about missing Ryan Jack. Well, since actually he played at Celtic Park, he played quite a bad game at Celtic Park. He got away with it. And since he hasn't played very well since then, and then he got injured. So hopefully, it's a good chance that this way, the wee rest he'll get, he'll be okay when he does come back. But I don't think he's played to his full potential the last 3 or 4 games. I know he's missed a couple, but since then, do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, mate. Carry on.
Yeah, and also I'd like to say about Jim Traynor, is that I think we shouldn't flag Jim Trainer because he's done really well for us.
Wait a minute. Somebody's...
Sorry.
Carry on.
Yeah.
Somebody's a player for that one.
Yeah, sorry. Right. Jim Trainer, he actually had a radio job and he left that because he got slagged useless off of obviously the dark side. And I think what he's done for Rangers, he probably did a lot of work in the background, do you know what I mean? And so to slag him tonight, I think was a wee bit off. Because the guy probably does a lot in the background that we don't hear about, if you see what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's the points I'd like to make to you guys.
Right, I'll take the Ryan Jack one. Remind me of your name again, mate?
It's Peasy Mac.
Peasy Mac?
Yeah, Peasy.
Peasy Mac.
Yeah, Peasy Mac.
Right, got it.
Yeah.
Peasy Mac. Right, Peasy, yeah. Ryan Jack, I don't think Ryan Jack played well against Kilmarnock or Celtic.
Yeah,
and then
correct.
we came back after the shutout. It wasn't great, and then we went off at half time against the Hearts.
Yeah.
I don't think he had been playing well in the few games up until then against Kilmarnock just after Boxing Day. He was arguably our most consistent player all season.
Well, without a doubt, I thought he was. But I'm just saying, against Celtic, he was actually posted missing against Celtic.
No, he didn't have a great game against them. He worked hard, but he gave the ball away a lot.
Yeah, he did, and that's what I was saying about missing. I mean, you can't put too much on one player, because it is a team game. But obviously, we need that wee spark, don't we? Like that the guy that came in gives a good spark against Hibs on Wednesday night. Obviously, Hadji's son. Do you know what I mean? As Innes is it or NES? I don't know what it's called, but yeah. But also, as I say, but Joe Trainer, Jim Trainer. I think
I'll come with that.
I think
the Ryan Jack one. I think Ryan Jack's one of my new essential, and it looks now as if he's come back and he's been trying to play through an injury. Bridgeman?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the truth. He's been trying to play through that injury. We know, or apparently we know, he's come with a bad knee, which he's managing, or that injury he's been managing. He's been very good. He's played a couple of times for Scotland, so it's no bother him that much. I think he's just got a real bad knock. One of the games he played, I think it was against the cup. Was it the cup final game? He landed really heavily on his knee, and he's been sort of nursing it. Of course, pal. Aye. But I think he landed badly on his knee, and it's sad when you see that. I think he's the most influential of our midfield, and when he's not there, he's really missing. And if he's not playing 100%, he starts to miss a wee bit more,
All right. Going back to your point about Jim Trainer, the work behind the scenes, I think what some of the lads were saying that they would like to see him more in the forefront.
Yes.
And that's the point they were making. I don't think they were maybe throwing stones at him. Just like to see him play his cards differently. JFK.
It's not about Jim Trainer. I would like to see the higher management at Rangers say something about it. Jim Trainer's a mouthpiece, and the fact is that he'll come out there and he'll say what's got to be said. I was quite surprised that Rangers actually hired him, because for what I've seen so far, he's done nothing. I want to see Rangers do the same what Lywell's doing, and been coming out and showing what he is as a chairman, and showing that he's wanting to stick up for his club, rightly or wrongly. What they're doing now is to their benefit, because they're frightened of what's happening here at our side. And Jim Taylor, to me, is an insignificance. He's not really doing anything. I mean, he's only actually been spoken about because the guy that was with the BBC, who might no longer be there in the coming weeks, because he mentioned his name a couple of times in a broadcast. But I wanted to see Dave King and the guy Stuart. I want to see them all come out and make statements the same as Lywell does. So for me, the Jim Trainer thing is a misnomer. I mean, what does he do? He's a PR man. What PR is he doing? I can't. For me, I can't see it.
Can I jump in here, JFK?
On you go, mate. On you go, PC boy.
Yeah, I quite understand what you're saying and where you're coming from. I quite agree with you. But you don't know who's actually saying to Jim Trainer, look, just restrain yourself and stand back. He can be getting told by the hierarchy, as we say, the directors, just to calm down. Do you know what I mean? So we don't really know what he's saying and what he's been told to say. He can only say X amount because of what he's allowed to say, you see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I can see that.
Well, like, see if Jimmy, can I come in here?
On you go, pal. On you go.
See if Jim Traynor is taking a wage off of Glasgow Rangers and his hands are tied by the board. He should be big enough to walk away because he's not fulfilling his own jobs and keeping his own integrity in place. I'm the same as Jimmy, and I'm not wanting to throw mud at Jim Traynor at all because I don't think he's ever been derogatory to our club, even when he was on the BBC and that.
Yeah.
But if he's there for the PR, I'll tell you right now, if he's our PR man, we need to change him out because he's not doing the job that I expect to a PR man for a club of the stature of the Glasgow Rangers.
Well,
I'm sorry, but that's just my personal opinion. And it doesn't matter what he does behind the scenes. What he does behind the scenes doesn't matter. It's what we have to see as fans that have the positive stories about our team. But when was the last positive story? I didn't see these positive stories. We've got a centre. I've got a centre forward who gets racist comments made about him. Nobody comes out and defend him. But there's a positive story there. The young guy goes back to his homeland, provides help for his family. His beautiful wife is expecting their first children. Yeah. These are all positive. These are all things that you can latch. I'm not a PR guy, obviously, but I'm telling you, these are things that I'd be latching on to. I'd be pushing these types of stories forward on our own benefit. Find a newspaper, find journalists. Find a newspaper, find journalists that are going to be positive. I'm not asking for special treatment, just positive about the positive stories about Glasgow Rangers. Can I come in? I don't see that. Go ahead, sorry.
Wait a minute.
Can I come in and finish my sentence? What I was just before I'll come in.
Sorry, Jim.
What I was going to say there is that what Al says 100% right, but you see how clever the puddle drinkers have been. They're asking for others to make an apology to Rangers and Alfredo Morelos, right? They're pushing what's happening to them or what could happen to them to the bottom of the pit, guys, and we're still up there. You know, they've been very, very clever. Lywell's statement today is that everyone owes Rangers and Alfredo Morelos an apology. How clever is that? Where is Jim Traynor? Where is the Rangers directors? Big Al is in the same singing off the same hymn sheet as me. The hierarchy at Rangers need to do more, and I'll say again, I'm not wanting to throw Jim Traynor under a bus, but what does Jim Traynor actually do?
It would need to be a bus that was high up. Anyway, can I cut across? We've been joined with Bournemouth there. Evening, Bournemouth.
Right. How you done, boys? All right?
All right, your good self.
Right. I know, bad ops. I actually agree with Jimmy and Big Al. Jimmy's spot on. They're playing the game, and they know how to play the game. Lywell's playing the game, and as Big Al says, the trainer should be out for us and making statements with the good things, no bad, good things, putting our club and our people and making good statements. We don't get it, their club does, and then with the bad things, Lywell is putting out statements and making himself look good. So where's our guys? We don't have guys backing us up.
Can I come in there? Oh.
On you go, Billy.
The bottom line is, that is not the Rangers way. When you think about it, the way the club was founded, what our traditions have all been about, and that's always what they've been about. I mean, how can Billy McNeil, all right, he's dead now, but how can he come out with a statement that Celtic were always cheated, but they could win 9 in a row? I mean, surely that's a hypocritical phrase.
Well, doesn't he adopt? Common sense tells you it doesn't adopt, doesn't it?
Of course not. You know, and now it's the other way about. We're having to fight against everybody. And we know that. It's not the old, nobody likes us, we don't care. But the bottom line is, it's there to see. If the game's live on the television, whether it's Tom Miller commentating on Rangers TV, or whether it's Sky, or whether it's BT, or whoever it is, Premier Sports now with the Scottish Cup, if that's live on the telly, folk all over the world are tuning in to watch our team. And they can see what's going on. They can see the mistakes that the so-called officials are making, or the biased decisions, etc., etc., etc. So it can't be hidden. And I don't think VAR will ever come in talking about that last night, because all it's going to do is make our referees look a lot more even incompetent than they are. That's how I don't think it will ever come in, because that's all VAR would do.
Excuse me, Wally.
Aye, mate.
Wally, you go back to. I'm just going back to the start of what you were saying there when you said it's not the Rangers way. maybe this is the time. We can do these things dignified, but no silently. We can do it in a proper manner, but no silently. We have to kind of stand up and beat our chest, but you can do that properly. You don't need to be sleek about it. You do it properly. I think it's time for us that we have to change that outlook. This dignified silence, it's no good to anybody. It's no good to anybody. I think we have to change our outlook.
I'm going to go back.
I understand what you're saying, Al, but as I say, you've got Stevie Gerrard, who's a world-class player.
Willie.
Correct.
Right, mate. On you go.
Peasy, is that answered your questions? Split opinions.
Yeah, well,
but United on Ryan Jack.
Yeah. Well, I think, the point I'm making is that maybe Jim Trainer's hands are tied. I know he says you come out and say things, but
he might only be doing what he's told, but we don't know, do we?
Yeah, that's right. It's like you work into it. If you're told not to do something, you can't do it. And that's maybe his hands are tied.
You've obviously never worked with me, mate.
Well, there you go. I mean, maybe that's why you're not a PR. Actually, another point I'd like to make is a caller previously mentioned about the referees against Rangers. I watched the Aberdeen game, and it was horrendous how they were taking out Alfredo quite a lot, and even in the Hibs game, they were taking turns and taking Alfredo out the game, and a lot of those should have been booked. I think the last 2 or 3 games against Rangers, if a good referee had been refereeing that game, he'd have sent 3 of the opposing team's players off each game. Personally, that's what I think.
I would gear up question to Bridge, but I know what he's going to say.
I agree with him. I agree 100%. Absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Listen, Peasy, thanks for the call, mate. First time on. You've
good call.
Cat amongst the pigeons. Great questions. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't be a stranger,
I do, mate. Yeah.
Hey, Peasy. Peasy. Keep it going for the Rangers, pal. Keep it going.
Hey, RTID, pal. All the best, right? Take care, guys.
Cheers, mate.
All the best. Bye-bye.
Cheers, mate. Bournemouth, did you hear the press conference?
I never heard. I just come on there, Rocks. I never heard that today, no.
All right, just back from Mass, mate, yeah?
Aye.
Oh, tut.
So what do you think? How do you think we're going to line up tomorrow?
The same team again, is that all right? The team that finished the second half to start with.
Right. Well, remind me, Stardog, what team finished? So obviously we had the back four, we had Stephen Davis, we had
Arfield,
and Aribo was off, but Stewart was on.
Take a Aribo out and bring on Greg Stewart and start with that.
Yeah.
That's what I would go with Ox.
Ryan Kent come after Jones. Ox, aye. I would start Ryan Kent. I wouldn't just give up Ryan Kent. I know he's not been at the races for us, but he's still a good player for me, mate. I wouldn't start Jordan Jones.
I think Jones just come on to fill a jersey, guys. He has. I think Stardug, if somebody that paid the loan fee for him, he'd have been gone. Personally, now I don't see a future for Jordan Jones, so I'm the same as Bournemouth there. I would take a Aribo out. I put Greg Stewart, and that'd be the team I'd go with tomorrow.
Jimmy Jones is even in the European squad. Jones is out the European squad, isn't he?
He's not even in the beer list in Bournemouth.
Aye, and
Oxford, can I ask you a question?
Right, okay, let Bournemouth finish, then we'll bring it in.
Sorry.
No, it was just obviously Jones is not even in the European squad for the next round, and Barker is. So
that was pretty strange, wasn't it?
Aye.
That tells me, but then I don't understand how Jones is in that. Jones is out that, Barker's in it, but Jones comes on the other night. I don't get the whole Jones Barker situation. I don't get it.
There is stories going about Jones's attitude that he thinks he's made it now and he's a Billy Big Boots and that, and he's that's a couple of stories I've heard about him, that he's kind of walking about chest puffed out, but for the wrong reasons. He's not made it.
I can't stand people that are overconfident. Can't stand.
you're right, mate. It's a bad trait to have.
What a shocker! You two are shocking, by the way. Just shocking.
And we come, Big Al.
Right, here's a question for you. Here's a question for the auction. You take us on the panel because I need to go and do some stuff.
All right, mate.
Why did we sign Jones? Why did we sign him?
Panic.
We didn't think we were getting Kent.
Correct.
There you go.
Can I come in on that, Oxford, just for a second?
I agree with that.
I was just going to say, I watched Jones last night when he came on, and I'd watched him the previous time he was on, and he was, as Jimmy had said, it wasn't at the game at all. It was like a hidden jersey, you know. But last night, I thought he did. Last night, what night is this? So Wednesday night, I think I thought I was quite impressed with him. I thought he did very well. A couple of nice runs down the wing, got involved with doing the left there with the boys, and I thought he was in there. And I'm not saying he set the place on fire, but he was right in. I was a wee bit more impressed than I had been. Let's put it that way.
He is a Northern Ireland international, so he's obviously got something. But that's the bottom line. We didn't think we were getting Kent, and that's how we bought him.
We got him for nothing.
Can you answer?
Well, sorry, you know what I mean. Got him, brought him, whatever you want to say, you know.
Two reasons, Al.
But he scored against us too that night. I was
Wait a minute, Wally. Wally, let Oxford speak here.
Before I get one,
right, mate.
Wally, see this finger? It's magic, right? You know what happens?
I do, mate. I do apologise.
Right. Big Al, I think we signed him for a couple of reasons. To try and improve the quality of the squad, and I've got to agree with the guys who maybe didn't think we would get Kent. He played in the left and gave some options. I think he started off not too bad. Away to Midtjylland, he was absolutely excellent. To think, okay, this boy's he's got the bit between the teeth. Then he was unlucky.
Had a good game in Gibraltar as well.
Aye. Yeah, but that was nothing.
Had a good game in Gibraltar. Aye. Correct.
Exactly. But then he got the injury, self-inflicted injury, and then I don't think the manager was enamoured for him for that day onwards. But I think we signed him because of value for cash and the Kent situation.
Right, so value for cash. You'll be looking at the mentality of the guy. He's saying here he's cutting about Glasgow like Billy Big Boss now. These things should be assessed before he comes in, even for value for money, mate.
And the character of the individual.
Aye.
That's the gamble you take. Oh, that's the gamble you take, isn't it?
Well, but do you not review that? You get somebody coming up for you. I've got guys coming in for an interview. I'm reviewing his character, his demeanour as he walks in the room. I've done a bit of history on the guy. What is he like at training? What's he like when he goes up the town? What's he like at home? Then you need to get value for money. It's taking chances, man. Sorry, Jimmy. Go.
Sorry, mate. Sorry to jump in there, pal. Right, look, I was at a function many years ago, and Duncan Ferguson was at it, right? And you're talking about try to suss out who somebody is. Duncan Ferguson came to Rangers, and I was at a function through that way, and he was on the tables.
I've seen Duncan Ferguson riding a mechanical bull one night, Jimmy.
No, wait a minute, I've not got a problem. No, but you know, let me say, I've not got a problem with Duncan Ferguson did, right, up singing the songs and that, because I think all Rangers players should be able to know these songs. I would say in an interview you should be asked if they can sing the songs. That's just me. Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is that how can they suss out the man's mentality and that he's going to react that way, and Duncan Ferguson did react that way, and I don't think Rangers stood by him. That's a different
I think Duncan Ferguson got a rod deal at Ibrox.
I just said that.
I gave you up.
Hold on a minute. I just said that. I think that Rangers didn't stand by him properly. But what I'm saying there, Al, is that it's hard to see how the player's going to react. And the stories that I've heard, and it's for 2 or 3 sources, a couple of good sources, that Jordan Jones is allegedly going about, that he's made it at Rangers, and he's not made it at Rangers. We all know that. And if these stories are true, then that's sad, because me, more than anybody on here, was shouting for Jordan Jones to be given a better chance than he's got. Maybe the manager doesn't. I would say the manager doesn't like what's happening. If that is what's happening, it might be rubbish stories, Al, but I've heard it, and so have others, mate. And what you're saying is right. You can suss out somebody, but look, the guy's been given a chance to play for the biggest club in the world, the club he's supported all his life. He's from Northern Ireland Internationals. Maybe it's just went his head, mate. And I feel bad for that.
Can I come in a minute?
I want it to be good. On you go, pal.
Jerry, Stuart Monroe played a different position for him, right? And he had a bigger heart than he ever will have.
I agree with that. I'd go with that, mate. One of the most
100%.
Underrated players at Ibrox.
I get your point, big man, and I think football players are unique, mate, and they sign them and they see where it goes now. If Jones is up the dancing on a Saturday night after we played on a Saturday, I don't have any problem with it. He's a young man.
No, near there. I don't have any problem with that either, but you've got to conduct yourself properly. And if the manager is seeing a player coming onto the training field and he thinks he's Billy Big Boss, that's where the manager has to intervene. You have to take the guy aside and say to him, by the way, that your actions here aren't fitting. They're not going to fit into this team ethos, and you're certainly not going to play with that attitude. So why is that attitude not changed? Has the manager just totally gave up? If the manager's just totally gave up on him, that's fair enough as well. But I'll tell you one thing, if the manager's totally gave up on him, that says a bit about the manager, and it's another waste of money. And that's what's frustrating me about Jordan Jones, because you can see the guy has got something about him. He ain't probably going to be your first team player, but if he was signed even to fill a hole, the manager should, and the managing coaching staff and the directors at Rangers Football Club and everybody else that's involved there behind the scenes, his family included, should be saying to the guy, but if that isn't getting through, just let him go, because he's no good to us. He's no point playing in under-21s. Why is Jordan Jones suddenly turn into a bad player?
I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm just saying what I've seen so far. You know, but anyway, we'll move on.
No, sorry, but I need to go.
I'll be interested to see if he plays them tomorrow. Or Kent plays them all.
I wish him all the best. I really do. I don't miss the guy any bad. I'm frustrated with. I can see something. He done something at Kilmarnock. Now he's wanting to make a step up. If all the conjecture is true, well, why isn't he even looking at himself in the mirror and getting that mindset right?
On you go, Bridge.
I need to go, guys. I need to go. Take care. Thank
you. Take care, big man. You take care.
No worries.
Cheers, buddy.
Take care.
All the best, big man. As far as I'm concerned, given the choice, as I feel it now, I wouldn't have any complaints. In fact, it might be a good idea to play Jordan Jones on Saturday, because it's a what do you call a plastic pitch, and he played in a plastic pitch with Kilmarnock for a long time.
There's logic there.
No, I know for me, one change.
I do understand his logic.
No, I don't understand that logic.
Plastic pitch logic.
Plastic pitch or no plastic pitch, no. Play with the one. See this. Look, let's not treat this game as because it's Hamilton second bottom in the league and it's in the Scottish Cup and start changing it.
Okay.
One change for me would be a Rebo out and Greg Stewart in, and that would be it. And go for a juggler.
That's my team enough.
And then if Jones is on the bench and we're 1-3 or 4-0, then bring a guy like Jones on. But for me, we need to go for this. Guys, we all know what's been happening in the last few games. We've all been talking about the proverbial game of two halves. We've been cank in the first half, and the second half we've been playing well. Let's see if we can get a good 90 minutes out. We've not a good 90 minutes out the Rangers for weeks and weeks. So for me, sorry, Bridgeman, I wouldn't rush Jones in at the start of the game. Maybe later on, but
the reason I don't think Jones will get in the team, I'll go to the man. The man that's shown the superior intelligence tonight, and that's Stardog. I'll go to him next. The reason I don't think Jones will start was he got his chance against Stranraer in the Cup. He was totally ineffective, and his attitude watching looked stinking. Stardog.
I would agree with that, mate. I would agree with that. I think his attitude was terrible. I think if there's any game out there you're going to prove yourself to the Rangers fans. I mean, the weather wasn't great that day, and there was a great attendance to watch Rangers that day, and he never showed up, mate. Not just him. There were several other players that didn't show up either. But it goes back further to me, and I don't know if any of you will be able to remember this after Aberdeen, but see the first Old Firm game of the season, did we play Midtjylland before that or after that?
Before.
Right. So, for me, he had his best performance against Midtjylland away, right? And I don't want to go back and harp on about it, but we all know that the manager got his tactics wrong. And I don't think the manager showed any faith in the boy for that game. And then as soon as we bought Ryan Kent, he was doing in the pecking order. So I don't know if he lost some confidence or not for that. I don't know. That's me maybe just looking too far back and too deep into it. But for me, mate, he definitely didn't perform against Stranraer, and he hasn't done anything in the Rangers jersey since. But for me, I would put Brandon Barker below him, because I think he's done a hell of a lot more than what Brandon Barker's ever done for us.
Brandon Barker's enough.
So that's my opinion on it, mate. I don't know if the manager just didn't show enough faith in him to begin with. You know, but not playing him in that game, and then when Ryan Kent came, he's just automatically on the bench all the time. Didn't get a look in because that's obviously his player. The money we paid for him and things like that as well. So I don't know, mate. But I'm like Jimmy. I actually wasn't like that at first. I was disappointed we brought him in. I thought it was a panic thing, but because we weren't getting Kent. But he showed me something, mate. He showed me something that he could play here, that he could have a part to play in this squad. So I don't know, mate. It's maybe a mental thing with him. But I wish him all the best regardless.
Do you think if he gets a chance at Ibrox, when he's got a chance to showcase his skills, he would do it, and he's not done it at all?
Correct.
He's done the complete opposite.
He had the chance to. I mean, if you're serious, you take the bull by the horns and you get man of the match against Stranraer. Maybe means nothing, but then the manager's got a decision to make, and you move up the pecking.
Exactly, mate. Exactly.
I think
you just have to look at somebody like Greg Stewart.
I was going to say that the team that started the other night, if we can get them together and play them, I would have no problems with that. All I was saying was the team that finished against Hibs were playing top. They were playing top of their game, and Jordan Jones was in it. He was there. So we played very well in the last 10.
For me, Bridge, and you said
he's not going to be a star because he's no fit. He's no match fit. He's just come back for a serious injury. I think he's getting back into it. Look, the manager might turn in tomorrow and say, "They'll bin him." But as far as I'm concerned, I don't have a problem with Jordan Jones. He could play my team at any time. We'll soon find out if he's any good or not.
All right, been joined by a caller. Evening caller.
All right, guys. I don't know what you think.
Oh, it's Jim.
I tell you that long.
Jim,
tell you that long before
you're ready.
I know. Tell you that long before you're back. I nearly fell asleep there.
You know how we feel.
I've lost the plot. I don't even know what you were talking about now. I've lost the.
Don't worry.
Jordan Jones. Jordan Jones isn't for me. Sorry. It's not for me. What I will say is I'm going to throw this one in. I think the Ford will play in goals tomorrow night after the Hula McGregor made.
Because it's a cup tie as well. That's a good point. I'm going to go with Jim with that one. I'm going to give Jim that one. I'm going to see Ford in the All-Star tomorrow. Aye. GFK. Oh, we lost JFK. You'll be hitting that medicine again.
Away for another player.
Right.
Ford's a good keeper. Ford's a good keeper, let's be honest about it.
Listen, I'm going to skip away from JFK. We've been joined by the mega star of Rangers Radio, the guy that's getting more fan mail on Bridgeman.
Stevie Fitzgerald.
No, Albert.
Albert, on you go. Albert. All right, Albert.
I'm good, guys. How are all you?
They'll be swinging it down, mate.
Hey, Jordan Jones, that clown was finished with me before he even kept me pull a Rangers strip on. That goal he scored against us, it wasn't the goal. He had to score the goal, I understand that. But it was a celebration after it got me. Guy's as thick as a plank, you know what I mean? He knows he's going to Rangers. Don't run out of that clap and celebrate the way you did. Guy's thick. And then he does that against Celtic. Nah, he was done with me before he even pulled the jersey on it. He's a clown, absolute clown.
Yeah.
That's Albert. Sometimes I think you've got to get off a fence, mate.
That was me keeping the sweary words out.
I noticed that. I mean, he's not got any opinions, Bridgeman Azure Albert, is he?
No, he's right. He's up to the point, and that's what his beliefs are. That he hangs his hat on them. Take my hat off to him.
Hey,
well done,
Bridge,
Albert.
I'm with you. The referees are on me. I was going to phone in earlier and go on your side. By the way, I'm with you. The referees.
I'm 3 years, mate.
Thank you, Albert. Thank you.
Anyway, I'm not going to get into that. You've done that to death.
What about the Foderingham one? The point that Jim asked him. I think there's logic. He might start tomorrow.
I know, but it shows a bit of disloyalty of McGregor if he throws him under the bus for one mistake. No, I mean, after all the saves he's made.
Be that if it was a league game, McGregor's playing it's because it's a cup tie.
No, I'm with Jimmy and Fox here, by the way. Strongest team at all times. At all times, strongest team.
I'm going to mention Fox there. I'm going to bring Fox in and see what he's got to say. I mean, he's been sitting very, very quietly tonight. He's got a good wee story to tell us about Technical Terry. How we doing, Fox?
Good evening.
All right.
Good evening, Fox. I'm sitting here enjoying a nice quiet drink and you bring me in. What's this all about?
I think it's only fair to share with the rest of the boys about the panic it spread within the technical department because people can't tell the time.
The other part of the technical department was away in a wee break in Europe. Phones me up at 8:30 tonight inquiring how the show was on. And I had to remind them that Poland's an hour in front.
Oh dear.
I'll put that down to that Tisky drinks. It must be pint. He's getting 2 pint tumblers there, mate. He'll be full of it. Anyway, what were you asking me?
That was quite good, Fox. I must admit, that was quite good.
It was a true story. A couple of things, Fox. Where do you stand on the Jordan Jones thing? Do you think Fods could start tomorrow?
That's awesome. I think Fotheringham will start. He gets the cup games. I think it's only right. He's been a very patient second in line for the goalkeeper in the cup games. Is what he's been getting, and he was taken out, I think, last year for semi-finals, or if we'd have got into the final, he'd have been probably dropped as well. So I can see him coming in. Jordan Jones just not hit the heights at Ibrox yet. I don't know. I just don't think he fits into our system of 4-3-3. And I've said it often enough, mate, that day front three berths are for people that can score goals as well as do a bit of wing work, and he doesn't fall into that category for me.
I'm struggling to argue with any of that, Fox. I think you'll put that very well, mate. Stardom, struggling to argue with any of that.
I think Fox just hit the nail on the head there. You know, the front three positions that are for guys that get their cell into the box, score goals, and do a bit more than that, mate. And even if you look at his record last season, Waco, man, I think he only scored 3 goals all season, so he's never been known for scoring goals, mate. So 100% agree with that. 100% agree with that. But see, as for the team tomorrow, I would actually take Arfield out and play Aribo, because I think you need some sort of physicality in your midfield, and I think it'll be Aribo and Davis, with Stewart on the right, Hadji in the middle, and Kent on the left, with Alfie up top.
Aye, Jim, we do. Sometimes we've missed it, sometimes we're too nice, you know.
I'm here talking to you.
Aye, Jim, aye. Carry on.
Sorry, I was people coming in the house here. No, I'm starting there field tomorrow. I think Arfield was one of my best players the first half against Hibs all night the other day. I'm playing. See where they played that wee deeper role there. He was playing deeper plus he was still getting into the box when required. I would play Arfield tomorrow night. Or tomorrow restaurant, actually. Hello?
Anybody see it different?
Well, I think you should play Arfield. I agree with that. I think you should go with the team that started the other night. That's, to me, it's a good shout.
Who are we talking to there?
Somebody's doing a
We've got
bit
the
of
Rangers Radio Classic.
The digger. You talk there.
Is that Jim?
People have just walked in the house there. They're all getting, what's he doing on this phone? What's he doing? So, talking to me.
You get in any trouble, Jim?
No, I'm all right. No, brand new kid. No, brand new.
Who's talking there, Jim? Aye. Stick Troy on.
So who will you speak to then?
Really?
No sense of Troy sometimes right now.
Yeah, very good, Jim. That was funny. Put Troy on.
Troy will make talk back to you.
God, that was funny.
I can only apologise on behalf of Rangers Radio to you, Jim. This is a bullying and harassment in the workplace, and I for one won't stand for it, mate. Just say
well done, Jim. Well done.
Brilliant. Comedy gold. Brilliant. We've been joined by George. Evening, George.
Me or George Logan?
No, you're EK, George.
All right, no bother.
You've been the what, George?
How we doing, George? Hopefully we'll be losing a second.
Better off me.
No. Aye, you come, George. You see, you get off your chest what you want to say, mate.
What's that?
Me?
Oh, dear. Aye.
I just talked about how we should play with the team the other night there, man. And I think we should keep Arfield in the midfield because I think, honestly, Arfield's got a bit more dig in him and all. Honestly, I prefer Arfield in the midfield. He's stronger.
With Jack no being
playing, better playmaker and all.
That puts Arfield in the team with Jack no playing starter.
I would stick with Aribo, mate. I think you've got to have a big physical guy in there to handle the midfield. It's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a heavy game. I think you could bring Arfield on. He would always be a good option to bring on off the bench. He's not done anything wrong, mate. But I think if Greg Stewart's playing tomorrow, you've got to go with Aribo and Davis for me. Because I don't think Glenn Kamara's going to be in the team tomorrow. Nobody's really spoke about him. I think he's funny seating the bench for a wee while.
That a lot about him.
Yeah.
Arfield, who's starting Arfield tomorrow? Anybody?
I'm starting Arfield tomorrow. Yes.
So
I think it's going to be the same team that started. It started on Wednesday, by the way.
One at a time, please, eh?
I think it's going to be the same team that started on Wednesday for the simple reason. The second half, they started playing a bit better. So we've still got to gel this team yet. They're not playing right at the top of their form. So you've got to keep them going and keep them together. Chopping and changing, it's not going to get that. You need to keep a bit of continuity.
Yeah. We've been joined by George this time, I hope. Evening, George.
How you doing, boys? All right?
All right,
George. Hi, George.
How you doing, boys? Aye, for me, we're bringing in guys like Ryan Kent, 7 million, and things like that. I think you play your strongest team. And by saying that, I don't think Ryan Kent's going to play every week. If he's no doing what he should be doing, he gets dropped. As simple as that. But you always play your strongest team. It doesn't matter what tournament, what cup you're playing in, you play as strong a team as you can possibly play. This changing goalkeepers and things like that, no for me at this stage in the competition. You got to win this new Oaks.
I think you're right, mate. It's a big competition for us, mate. And hopefully we get a result. I'm only saying hopeful because of the injury list we've got, mate.
We're a big enough squad to be able to come through injuries and that. That's why I keep saying about the players we're bringing in and buying, Steve Davis and things like that. And you were saying earlier on about Jordan Jones. For me, is Jordan Jones good enough for us? I'm not 100% sure, but when the manager signed him, I thought he'd be a good signing for us. So I quite like the fact you go around other teams and take their best players. So that's what I've always wanted to do. So you get guys like that and Kamara and Ryan Jack. Sometimes they don't work out, sometimes they do. Oaks, that's the beauty of being the biggest team in the country. You can do what you want, think to be things like that.
And it all went quiet over there.
We'll say look at each other.
Look, it's all difference of opinion about it's all difference of opinion about we play. I mean, I'll give you my team for them all. Obviously, in the net it's got to be McGregor, Tav, Goldson, Edmondson, Barisic, Greg Stewart, Davis, Arfield, Haji, Kentner, Alfredo.
Do you think, JFK, that with the plastic pitch there's any chance that Polster could come in for Tav?
No, I think now we've got Tav back next year. I think we should.
He's going to stay in the team.
He's a captain. He's got to stay in the team. I mean, myself and my good friend Fox, I've had a bit of banter about Tav earlier the season and that. And as I say, I fell into the camp Fox and that. And I'm pleased to see James Tavernier back.
Is that the same as Philip Schofield?
Well, I'll tell you what, you better ask Gordon to go for about that. Because I don't know where Philip Schofield Horns was, but Gordon was quite excited.
George Logan's back ways, I think. All right, George.
I'm here, Ox, aye.
All right. It's a big game tomorrow. It's a competition we want to win, eh?
Of course it is, Ox. That's what I'm saying. You bring in these players, you spend this kind of money. Fans are going there, the more are expecting to get through to the next round. Simple as that. Whether you're playing a Premier League team or a second or third division team, you want to go through to the next round. That's why I think we play the strongest team. Again, what folk are saying about playing forwards and goals and things like that. But for me, keep the same team and try and get a winning team. I thought we played excellent in the second half on Wednesday night. Poor in the first half, excellent in the second half. Why change that? Go with the same team. It's playing that good bit of football. I thought we played really well. I mean, Hibs were a stubborn team and we got through them. So for me, a big massive game tomorrow, must win. Every game's a must win game. Take a 1-0, but it's on a hard surface tomorrow. So it's got to be a tough wee game tomorrow, Ox. It really is.
It'll be interesting, mate. We've got to go with the right attitude, or we could be in trouble. Stardog.
For me, mate, it's all about starting fast. I think we've got to get something out of the game fast, mate. I'm not expecting us to play glorious football by any stretch of means tomorrow. I think the weather's going to be crap. The pitch is not the best. The team aren't really the best. So, they're going to sit in, mate. We're just going to have to try and bet them down. But for me, it's all about the early goal. We've got to start good. I'm like Jimmy. I don't think we can afford to have this game of two halves crap anymore. I think we've got to be better than that. We've got to start games as we mean to finish them. And that's important for us, mate. So no matter who plays, I think we've got, like George, I think we've got the players out there, mate, that are more than capable of going out there and getting the job done. And that's what it's really all just about for me tomorrow. It's all just about getting the job done, mate. I'm not expecting anything glamorous tomorrow. Like I say, the weather, the pitch, it's Hamilton away. Do you know what I mean? We've always scored late goals there, but I don't want it to come to that tomorrow. My wee head can't take any more late goals.
We've been in a decent place when we're talking about these players. We've got competition. I mentioned Polster for Tav. We're talking about, will Jones get a shot? Will Aribo? Will the boy Haji play? Jack's injured. We know that Defoe's injured. Morelos will definitely play for me. Anybody see it differently?
No. Is Canberra eligible to play, eh?
No.
No, he's cup tied.
Cup tied. Played for Hibs.
Was he?
Played for the Burners.
So, we got a wee bit frustrated with some of our squad maybe 10 days ago. Obviously, the results didn't help us, but we have got a decent size for coverage. Yeah?
If they all bring something to the party, aye. It's this. The first team's not playing particularly well, so we bring people in and they play worse than the people that they're replacing. This is the problem we've got. If the squad's good, if it all starts contributing, I'm telling you, it's not a brilliant squad, but it's a decent squad. But the big problem we've got is scoring goals. We need to score more goals, and we need to score them all around the team. There's not enough people contributing the goals. And goals, as we all know, change games. And your whole season changes if you start putting teams away. And Stardog's right. Early goals, not just goals. Early goals. The tie's put to bed. Then you can start footing about with your squad and trying these shapes and different things like that. But we're miles away from doing that yet, because this is a tricky game, tomorrow. Make no mistake about it, it's really tricky.
JFK.
Well, as I said at the start there, guys, when we started to talk about the game, you've got to play your first full team every game, especially when you're trying to get a bit of momentum going. Look, we've been playing really poor. And we've been getting away with a couple of games. Well, 3 games in particular. And for me, it's going to be a tricky game. We know it's on this rotten carpet surface. Go out there, play the full team, go for it, right for the start, go for it, and try and get as many goals as we can. And then, if you want to use the word experiment, then bring other players on. Because we play the Pie Men on Wednesday night, you know what I mean? And then we know what happened. We just need to get them all and as Bridges' famous words, mollocate them and try and do it in the first half, and then we can bring players like what do you call him, Jordan Jones on, and Aribo, give him maybe a game. I'd drop Aribo for him, or that's just my personal opinion. But I want to see Greg Stewart. But none of this playing Fordingham because it's a cup game and all that. Play the first 11 that we've got there, with the exception of Aribo, and bring Greg Stewart in and go for it Oxshire. That's what we want to see. And we're being cheated. The Stranraer game cheated a lot of people who paid good money to go and watch Rangers. And it was, I know we can all say we've got a good pool of players, but that was a poor performance against a team who look as if they're going to get relegated. 2-0, it was absolute gank. So get tomorrow, do the damage, and then experiment in the second half if we've got that chance to do that, mate. But let's get and do this tomorrow.
That Stranraer game could have killed a couple of players' careers at Ibrox.
Of course it could have. 100%, mate. 100%.
Shocking. They didn't go on some of them French players didn't go with the right attitude, all better.
Oh, I mean, it was disgraceful, absolutely disgraceful. And that after that game, the rocket should have been launched right there and then in that dressing room, right there and then after that game. That was just not acceptable.
Find a week's wages.
Oh, a week's wages? It's just not. I'm telling you, someone should have been shot with a ball of range shite. I'm telling you, it's terrible.
Dear. Oh dear.
They're a phrase I haven't heard for a lot of years.
If you stick me all there, mate, he's got a lot of phrases you've known for a lot of years.
My God, I remember my granny used to say that. Brilliant. Applause for this side of the hall.
I don't think we start calling this bit happy there, Oxford.
Oh, brilliant, man.
You've got to laugh. We've got to laugh.
Move aside, Gerard. All bears moving in.
But anyway, that's what I think, because really honestly, because we've not got any room anymore for nasty performances. No, I mean, really honestly, this is the business end of the season we're getting to now. So let's get on with the business. That's what I say. No more of this pussyfooting about and he might come good. No, come good. Just play well now. Forget about next week or the week after, or a couple of games time we'll be all right. No, forget about that. No, I want you playing now, and I want you playing well for now to the end of the season.
Aye.
To them all.
Definitely.
Aye, maybe you're right, mate. Maybe you're right. Anyway, gentlemen, we've reached that time of the evening in Bridgeman.
What can I say? Marvellous night. Really good, real discussion, smashing discussions, light-hearted, and right up to the ball of shite hit us all. It was very, very good. Can I just say that we've got one sleep to go, and we're into a Scottish Cup tie. against the old Hamilton Accies. We've fallen to their sword a number of times. They've lost some games against them. But seriously, we should never be worried about Hamilton Accies. We should absolutely mollocate them. So I'm going for a 1-0 mollication. And if we get 3 or 4 out of that, I'll be really happy. Can I just say to all the Rangers fans all over the world, in particular Rangers fans on here on Rangers Radio, every single one is, everybody, out for the Rangers tomorrow. And go for it. Just go for it. And keep it going for the Rangers. Everybody keep it going.
Keep it going. Can I thank all the boys that joined us in the panel? Some great calls this evening also. Can I thank everybody listening in the lobby? Thanks for everybody for taking part and listening on and off the live show. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back tomorrow night between 11:30, Fox, for a pre-match build-up. No, sorry, 11:45 here, our 50 minutes, Fox, leading up to Rangers versus Hearts. Kick-off 12:30 tomorrow.
Hamilton.
Sorry, Hamilton. What did I get Hearts for? I need to go and get drug tested like the rest of
you. You've been hit me a ball of shit.
One of the boys must have caught me. I think you're in for a treat tomorrow. If he's about, young Stardog will be leading the show.
Yeah.
The young team. Right, thanks for everybody. Thanks for listening. Look forward to the game tomorrow. Speak to you all soon. Take it away, Foxy boy.
We are people.
We are
the Rangers FC. We are the people, you better believe. We are together, we're doing the bouncy all over the world. We had our troubles, but now they are gone. They tried to kill us, but the Bears we stood strong. We are together, doing the bouncy all over the world. Lucia Ibrox for Lancer 3. Follow, and God save the Queen. You'll hear us singing, doing the bouncy all over the world. In Barcelona in 72, we beat the Russians by 3-2. Still celebrating, doing the bouncy all over the world. Glasgow Rangers are back where we belong. Blue sea of Ibrox, and we're still going strong. We wear our colours, the red, white and blue. We wear them proudly like blue noses do. We are together, doing the bouncy all over the world. The pride of Scotland, but that's nothing new. The pride of Glasgow, and Glasgow is blue. We are together, doing the bouncy all over the world. To be a blue nose, it fills us with pride. We are united, we'll never divide. We are together, doing the bouncy all over the world. Doing the bouncy all over the world. Doing the bouncy all over the world.